off. Back on. Off. Headlights on. Headlights off. Simple enough. That's it right there. I like that. That's the way I'm going to run it right there all the time. Really good look added to the Jeep there. Matches my amber halos I'll run all the time. We'll turn those on too. So when you see my Jeep has the amber side marker lights with the amber halos. Then if I'm running my diode dynamics fog lights, that's yellow, but you get the idea. Really does fit the look of the Jeep. So it's black with gold, with all the gold accent with the suspension. I've got red trim on it. Obviously can't run red lights. Now they're getting pulled over all the time. I don't want to hassle the police. I just keep the lights off so they leave me alone. I leave them alone, they leave me alone, everybody stays happy. All right, so I just took this off. The dogs are playing with my neighbor's dogs. I'm trying to show you what I did here because I just broke this one. I didn't sure how it came off, but there's a tab. These tabs here just pull out, and I broke this one here. So this is actually going to be a pretty easy install. Put this in and connect the wires. So pretty simple. Okay. All right, so the way I did this is I took a zip tie here, and I was able to push the zip tie through the opening of the fender. It took me a few minutes, but I eventually got the wire to come out up here. Not where I wanted it to come out, but it's good enough. It'll be all right. I wanted it to come out a little bit lower down here, but that's where it came out. It'll be okay. I can run it across the hood like that, and then my wires are right here that I'm going to power it into, which I already have these wires run to my lights, so that's what I'm doing. All right, this is the finished product of the light in there. Although I did not peel the sticky tape off, I was doing a test fit, and it hung without peeling the tape off. So yeah, and I'm not sure about one thing with these vents on JL. I'm pretty sure are designed to vent heat, and this thing completely just closed that vent off. So I may, if I start overheating, have to take that back off. The reason why I say that is that despite most people with lights, I actually off-road my Jeep, and I do a lot of trail rides, and I go to deserts, and so if that starts blocking out heat vents, I'm gonna have to take those back off. We'll see. If you're just riding like roads and you don't do any off-roading, that ain't gonna be an issue. But yeah, if you like doing off-roading, your Jeep's gonna get really hot, and that could be a problem. You see here the factory one, that's actually a heat vent. Anyways, we'll see. It may not be an issue. It may not vent that much heat. Let's do the other side and then we'll be done. Just like the other side, except the clips you want to pop off are actually down here. So we're going to start down here. All right. And we'll try to pop these loose right here. Hey, how about that? I did it without breaking it. Let's see if I can do this one without breaking it. Ah, I broke one of them. I broke one on each side. Oh well. I tried. Now we'll get the zip tie, we'll feed the wires through. I gotta clean this off actually. Look at this. See how dirty that is? I didn't film that part, but you want to wipe all that stuff off, clean that up. Otherwise the tape won't stick. Get me a somewhat clean shop rag. Wipe this area off. So what I'm doing is putting my zip tie in here. I'm just trying to poke it through the different spots here and trying to find a spot where the zip tie comes out under here. So that's what I'm doing. And that's what you do. You just keep doing it until you find a spot, and once the zip tie comes through, you pull it through and you'll pull your wires through. Figure out where the zip tie is. Where's it coming out at? It ain't coming out in there, that's for sure. I'll do the same thing I did on the other side then, come out the top of the fender here. You gotta almost push it forward like that to get the bottom ones lined up, then it goes right in. See how easy that was? I did that with one hand. I figured that out the other side. You just kind of push it forward, then it'll slap in. And that actually is gonna hold it without the tape. So apparently you don't even really need the tape. I don't have the tape on there. Talk camera. I gotta put my Christmas lights on next week. So I'm gonna come back next week, wire this up, and then I'm gonna complete the video. So yeah, but you don't know that. For you, it's gonna happen right now. All right guys, change of plans on the wiring. You see the wires laying out right here, open the hood back up, and I just realized what I wanted to do. You may remember from my headlight install video, if you're an OG, you know, watching the channel for a long time. If you're not, you should have been. These headlights, when I wired them in, I wanted to wire the halo ring up to run off of the lights here. I don't have DRLs. When I got the fog lights on, I turned my headlights on. So I bought a kit from Quadratech that attached right here. It jumpered into my factory harness and gave me these outputs down here. So I tapped into them where I already have wires run, and I'm going to tap in my power source for my white light, which is this red wire here, into this light. Then I'm going to take this yellow wire, which is the amber light. I'm going to tap it into my amber DRLs here. So what happens with my lights is that, not these headlights, these are my Christmas lights, but when I have my other headlights on here, they have a white DRL ring that's always on. And then it was wired to be a yellow or amber turn signal. Well, I wired the amber light to a switch off my switch controller up here. So if I forget to turn it on, it runs white. And if I'm riding around in the daytime, it runs white with my lights here, by the way. When I turn my headlights on or turn my fog lights on, my white DRL light comes on. And if I want to change that to amber, I have a switch I press, and the amber input overrides the white one, so it switches yellow. These, I just checked, they do the same thing, same logic. So I'm wiring the red wire here to my white lights right here, which aren't even hooked up to anything at the moment. And then I'm wiring my amber wire to my switch lights, which is how I control the halo for my Christmas lights, or how I control the amber halo on my other headlights. So the wiring is already here. I've already ran this wiring. Here's a quick overview. I put these T-caps in. I'm going to shorten these, splice them into it, and I got to find a ground. Here's your T-caps. I have a kit of them, but you just put a T-cap on over your wire. Your wire goes to there, and you close your T-cap like that, and then you slide this fitting on the end of it, and it connects your last three wires to be connected together. That's how I'm doing it. So come over here and check this out. I've already put my T-caps on these wires on both sides. So then that's my amber halo, and this is my DRL halo. And then this right here is where I'm going to connect them. So this will connect to my amber halo. This will connect to my DRL halo. And then I got to come back and find a ground for this. This side's easy. There's a ground here. I don't know where my ground is on that side. I'll have to find that one in a minute. That's it. So I'll let you see me hooking this one up since you're here. This is some custom stuff I wired into the Jeep. Yours is not going to have that unless you added your own wiring system, which I did. All right, there we go. They're both in. They're both wired up. All I gotta do for this side is wire up the ground, and this side will be functioning. I gotta do it then, go mess with the other side. See what I'm saying? Pretty easy. You already have a custom wiring added on to your vehicle. It makes it easy to add more stuff to it. I ain't in here and the good thing on my system is I'm not tapping into factory wires. If I decide one day I don't want these lights on my Jeep no more, I can rip this whole system out and it'll be completely still factory without a bunch of hacked up wiring, because I use adapters in a couple of the harnesses for input signals. Then I added my own switch controller externally. It's the way to go. All right, so for the driver's side, I ran into this wiring harness I already have, and I grounded it to the brake, not the brake fluid, the engine coolant reservoir here, which is slightly low. I might need to put a little more coolant in it. But anyways, that's how I hook that up. Then do the same thing on the other side. Except on this side, you have a grounding stud here from the factory. You can just tap into one of these right there. This side's easy. Looks like a 10 millimeter. It is. All right, took the nut off, 10 millimeter. Now, snug it back down. And she will be grounded. It is chilly out here today. Good Lord, I had to pick the coldest day on record to do this. It is November. I think it's the 11th. Oh, it's Veterans Day. November 11th. Happy Veterans Day, everybody who's veterans. Thank you for your service. Yes, Veterans Day is one. Veterans Day is the ones who came home. Memorial Day is for those who did not come home. So yes, thank you, veterans, for all your service. I'm getting ready to go do the Georgia Traverse here, and I was actually coming out here to load the Jeep up for that. And guess what? I ended up putting lights on instead. So hey, I'm done. Let's close the hood up. Let's turn on the lights, make sure they work. All right, I don't need those tools no more. Drop them off. All right. So, DRL's on. So your headlights on. So headlights on, I got them running white. The way everything kind of matches there. Now, I'm gonna override it by turning on my halos.
Oh, nothing happened.
Race win extra points or playoffs.
That didn't work. They stayed white.
Until the last two races. The last six. Okay, so we're fine. Let's be old days.
Huh,
Okay,
tells what I know.
clear that because
Why did that not work? It should have worked. Let's load up and clean up, and we'll figure this out later. Okay, I just figured it out. Let's go outside. You wanna come outside too, Chase? Come on. So I just remembered when I changed over to the Christmas headlights, they use a different switch for power, and I was hitting the wrong switch. So my headlights, the Christmas lights have a different power source for the Halo, and I forgot about that. So now that I know what it is, I'll show you this works correctly. Oh, I cannot believe I did that. Turn the power on. I got power, and watch. Now I have amber lights. There we go. That's what it is. That's what it was. Can't believe I did that.
They should be rewarded more.
As you can see, the lights work a lot better when you actually hit the correct button to power them. All right, I figured it out. It was so easy. Check it out. Riding along.
Paying for life insurance through work?
Side markers on, right? Now we're on, this is like daytime running light mode. Now, I turn on my power, and it switches to amber. If I turn my headlights off, headlights off, you see I still have power to the amber. I turn the amber off, shuts off. Back on, off. Headlights on, headlights off. Simple enough. So like I said, guys, this is a custom way of wiring this. I did not want mine wired up the way everybody else wires theirs. My vehicles stand out the way I do them. I make them my own. This is how you're generally going to see me riding around town, right there. Pretty cool. Come check it out. That's it right there. I like that. That's the way I'm going to run it right there all the time. Really good look. Added to the Jeep there. Matches my amber halos I'll run all the time. I'll turn those on too. So when you see my Jeep has the amber side marker lights with the amber halos. Then if I'm running my diode dynamics fog lights, that's yellow, but you get the idea. Really does fit the look of the Jeep. So it's black with gold, with all the gold accent with the suspension. I've got red trim on it. Obviously can't run red lights. Now that I'm getting pulled over all the time, I don't want to hassle the police. I just keep the lights off so they leave me alone. I leave them alone, they leave me alone, everybody stays happy. So yeah, pretty cool. I am worried about the heat out of there, but we'll see. I didn't even tape them on. They're stuck without me. The tape ain't even pulled off. I kind of did it temporary to see how I was gonna like it. I didn't tape them down and they ain't moving. So I guess you really don't need the tape. Anyways, I wasn't sure because also if I go 37s, I got to take the fenders off or at least cut them or go to a different con. Not sure what I'm going to do there yet. If I go 37s, if I stay 35s, these are fine as they are. But they rub slightly when I was in Texas when I get my badge. That badge I was getting that bad until I was rubbing my fender on the, this side here didn't rub, but just that side, the passenger side hit in one little spot like right here. It's the only spot it hit. It wasn't bad. And it just rubbed a little bit. Just knocked the mud off. So it is set up perfectly as is now with the spacers limiting your travel. The bump stops, limiting the suspension travel. I got it set perfectly, but if we go to 37s, then obviously I'm gonna have tire up to here. So the idea when I go 37s, if I have different fenders, I won't have to change my bump stops. My suspension will be good. I just got to clear my fender. That's the idea. Anyways, the time being, that has nothing to do with the light. I didn't want to tape them down because I may have to take all the stuff back off to do that. I don't want to have them taped on the body. So right now I'm gonna leave them untaped, and we'll see. They're holding, so I'm good. Hey, this is another install 1870 off-road. Gotta love it.